training, okay? And we're identifying little gap problems that people don't think of as important, but in the long run it is. We just realized our children couldn't read an analog clock. They could tell you what it said on a digital clock, but it really didn't have any meaning to them. So we've put together a little training for them to be able to not only read an analog clock, but understand where it fits in the time of day and events and things that you're doing. So we do that as we find it. We're very pleased with our children and their progress, the events that they've been attending and learning. They're about to go to, I believe it's WDTV in Clarksburg on Friday. They've done a whole month-long work on reading the local newspaper, coming back and summarizing the information and pulling out critical facts. And now they're going to go and see how it works on a television station so that we make everything have meaning and make sense to them and the uses. They're real excited about it. I'm real excited about it. So we're going to see how that works out. Again, we thank you for your support because it's allowed children to have a safe space to meet after school while parents are at work, provide nutritious meals to them, and give them additional enrichment hours for their homework and for projects and events that will make them more rounded individuals. And I just want to thank you for that because you've been a big part of it.
Thank you. It's nice to see that you doubled your amount of students since the start. That's great. Thank you. West Virginia Chapter of Vietnam Veterans. West Virginia Residential Girls State. West Virginia Three Rivers Festival. Thank you. This is your award-winning program.
Well, last year we were award-winning. We were hoping to be award-winning this year again. Times West Virginia works with us on these books.
Very nice done.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you for allowing us to come before you to again ask for your support for the 40th Three Rivers Festival. I'm sure none of you are old enough to remember when it started. Some of us remember it from reading about it, and some of us were there when it started. Sharon and I are the last two people who were with the Junior Women's Club when we started the September Fest as a community improvement project to revitalize downtown Fairmont. We did not revitalize downtown Fairmont, sadly to say, but we are still in existence. And there are many children who attended our educational events way back years ago who still remember it, remember the fun that they had at the Three Rivers Festival. Maybe some of you even remember seeing the Clydesdale horses come to Fairmont in a parade. I don't know how many times you've ever seen Clydesdales, but they're very memorable. We are the biggest event that takes part at Palatine Park throughout the year. We're 3 days. We have a grand feature parade. We have food vendors, professional bake-off, pepperoni rolls, a car show, baby photogenic contest, kids' day in the park, pepperoni roll eating contest with professional eaters, and everything's free. So it's a real advantage for folks in our area who don't have extra money to take their kids to a movie or a special place where they're going to see music like Rick Kay or watch professional eaters eat pepperoni rolls. We ask for your support again this year, and we appreciate all that you have done to help us keep this festival in existence. As many of you remember other festivals along the way who were around many years ago and are not still there, it's just important that we keep this in Fairmont and in Marion County. If you have any questions, I'll try to answer.
We've supported you for many years. It's a wonderful event. It attracts a lot of people. Been very, very successful. It's free to get in. You can spend your money on the rides and food,
Absolutely.
great entertainment.
And you don't even have to spend it on food. You can bring your own cooler, pepperoni rolls from home.
We've supported it for years, and it's one of the highlights that we have here in downtown Fairmont, Marion County. It's free
Thank
for
you.
anybody throughout the county and outside the county for that matter wants to come. Well attended, well organized, put a nice program together. It's been very successful. We've had a lot of great people working on this, on the Free Rivers
And we've had
Festival.
a lot of help from the community. Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Women's Club at Fairmont. Woodlawn Cemetery. Oh, you should get that.
Wait a minute.
I didn't know, I thought you were sitting down.
No, I'm just getting started again.
Just had to change hats, that's all.
Oh, I forgot to bring hats. I could have brought gloves and hats and everything. Because I'm not representing just the Women's Club. I'm representing the Fleming Mansion. Let me show you pictures. Remember these? Remember seeing pictures of these? None of us are that old, we kind of remember. You know why I had to show you pictures?
One's upside down.
Okay. You know why I'm showing you pictures? Because they're gone. You know why they're gone? Fell down. Torn down. Nobody cared. Nobody wanted to keep historic buildings. Takes a lot of money. See this one? This one I'm really proud to show you.
Still here.
Amen. This one is still here. The Women's Club of Fairmont owns this house. It's not the General Federation of Women's Clubs of the United States that owns this house. It's the Woman, W-M-A-N-S, Women's Club of Fairmont. We own the historic Fleming Mansion. It cost a lot of money to maintain that house, and that's why I'm here today, to ask you to help us keep this historic building in Fairmont. We don't just have tea parties. We are a destination for people who like to tour historic houses. And we do have tea parties as one of our fundraisers, and we have ice cream socials, and we have bridal showers and wedding showers, but it's so that we can pay to keep this building intact. We have a new wrinkle. We have a sinkhole. It's not the first time we've had a sinkhole. The last time we had a sinkhole, Rick Earl came with dirt and poured dirt in the hole. But now it's back. And I went to the Department of Environmental Protection in Pleasant Valley and asked for their help to come and look at our sinkhole. I also contacted Bruce McDaniel, who's at the city engineer, to come and look at our sinkhole. And we've been advised that there probably is a water line that has been crushed over the years, broken, whatever, under the ground, which means we're going to have to dig it up and replace it. That's a lot of tea parties. That's a lot of ice cream socials. We need your help. One other thing that you may not know about that happens in this building, Dee Dee Mia knows it, it's blessings from the basement. I'm president of the Women's Club, and I have been working with Scott Place Shelter and Eric Police when they have folks who are moving from the shelter into homes and need things that we women have extra: dishes, silverware, linens, items that people need for their houses. I store them in the basement of the Women's Club. In January this year, we supplied from our blessings from the basement 5 homes, 9 people, with items to help them get started in a new home. In February, 5 homes, 7 people. In March, I will be going tomorrow morning to put together items for 5 homes again. It's only possible because we have this building. We have this storage space in the basement that has not been used. We now are having a problem, there's a little bit of dampness creeping in, so we're gonna need help in getting this water situation straightened out. We have a lot of other items that we'll need help in the future with at the Women's Club. Windows, last year I was here and told you, a window just fell down. The glass came apart from the wood and fell down. So several of us women climbed ladders, put staples and plastic on the windows, and we had those windows redone. $400 a window, and they come in sets of 3, top and bottom, lots of money. And you helped us last year with some money, which we have put in a separate account in the bank. It's there right now, waiting to see what else breaks. Because if I replace these windows and these windows break, I've already spent the money on these windows that didn't break, but these did, and now we have no money. So the money that you gave us is going to be used probably this summer, maybe for windows that will need replaced. We do have a couple leaks in the roof that we're concerned with. Some of our walls are showing a little bit of cracks, and we've had some estimates, but we just need help in maintaining this structure. We have a budget that we've given you to show you where our money comes from and where it goes, and it goes fast. We just got a gas bill this month for $700, and we haven't even had anything there since December because we can't afford to turn the heat on. We've been meeting in a restaurant, Dutch Treat, during the cold months of the year. We keep our thermostat at 55 so the pipes won't break. But if we turn it up to 70, it costs us more money to turn up the heat for 3 hours so that we can be there for 1 hour. It also deters us from having fundraising events during the cold months of January and February. So as you can see, I'm passionate about helping keep our historic building, and I'm passionate about helping people in our community through the Blessings from the Basement project. Any monetary help that you're able to give us will be tremendously appreciated, so that I won't someday have to just look at a picture of the Women's Club and say, I remember it.
You've done a wonderful job over there. We've all attended events. I've been to several there. It's absolutely outstanding. The staircase in the place, it's absolutely fabulous. I've been in every room in the place, and we've supported you in past. And there's been other issues with water issues and drainage issues and all that we've helped you through emergency fund situations. We've helped you out. But I don't know how you do it. A lot of volunteers, a lot of hard work, and
A lot of prayer.
I appreciate.
We start each meeting with a prayer.
And more than me, I know Ernie probably has more. Between Ernie and B&W, I know that he's really helped a
And Ernie's
lot.
mother is a member.
Yes.
And
Well,
she's
he-
been a great help.
I've
She's a
been in
wonderful-
many times with Ernie when he shows up with gallons of paint, supplies, and
Lighting
electrical
fixtures.
lighting fixtures, whatever they need. So we also recognize the value of the historical significance of what you have there. We don't want to see it disappear. We've always helped in the past. And as you can see, you've requested funding for many years. We've always helped you. But
Thank you.
you use it wisely, and you're a hardworking group that you do a really nice job. Thank you for what you do. Marion County Volunteer Fire Departments. That's all that we have on our list that's requested funding through us. So if we missed anybody, we're going to bring them up now. Okay,
Thank you. I'm representing Marion County Family Resource Network and the Marion County Substance Abuse Prevention Coalition. As my assistant is passing out this form, if you look on the last page, there are 4 root causes that both the CDC and this Rural Health Information Hub has found for substance abuse that happens in rural areas, specifically low education attainment, poverty, unemployment, and isolation. And we're working on all of these except the unemployment. We really haven't been able to address that, but if you look through this real quickly with me, and I'll try to be brief, you guys have been very understanding, and we appreciated your help in the past. We've started trying to address this opioid addiction in a attack, working with high schools, going and talking to athletes. We just met with Fairmont Senior High School with their athletes. They had 123 athletes that met with us. And we had Fairmont State University athletes come and talk about how they stayed drug-free. We had some of them talk about when teammates in their high school years turned to drugs and the devastating effect that had. But I was really impressed. We had Valley Mental Health bring a guy named Lynn Murray. Lynn was a Cincinnati, a Cleveland Browns player who was addicted to opioids and lost $1 million contract. He said his wife beats him just about every day because he threw away $250,000 in 2 months, thanks to his partying. But and this was what was pretty impressive to me. He said, don't throw away your gift. Your athletic ability is a gift. And many of his teammates have went on to form foundations and things that have helped people. He threw his gift away and encouraged them not to do that. We've stopped doing a leadership camp every year because asking kids to give up 3 days seems to be like asking them to give away a leg or something. So what we did is we started a youth leadership series, and quarterly we're meeting with kids, and we have people like, I'm sure you guys know Rob Linger, and you know Tiffany Samuels, people who've started companies and worked to develop new products. And they're meeting with these kids and helping them to learn how to turn their dreams into ideas to turn around our communities. Moving through this as quickly as I can. We're also doing our Lunch and Learn program in the middle and elementary schools. We've been approached by the Board of Education to work on a vape smoker reduction. It seems like we're working on one issue when we find out that some of the old issues, smoking and tobacco, as well as alcohol, is coming back. And I just want to tell you, I was hearing Vesna talk about the CASA program. We're working with grandparents right now that are raising kids because the grandparents' children have turned to drugs and they're having to raise their kids. We're working with those people as well. On our, I think it's page 3, we have 2 billboards we put up. We'd like to put up some more. It seems like getting the information out there in front of people has been very helpful. We put up 2 billboards focusing on painkiller abuse. One was at the corner of 250 and 19, right there by Ken's Chinese, and the other was across the Polka Dot there on Fairmont Avenue. We have a program called Education Matters. We were very successful in getting the McDonough Foundation to give us $10,000 last year. We're working on keeping kids in school. Right now, there's around 800 kids out of the 8,000 that are habitually truant. That means 15 days or more. And what we're doing is working with them on trying to keep them interested in their education so that they don't miss as many days. And I apologize to you. I just went out and checked, and we hadn't turned these in, and I had them ready, and I just sneezed on them, so we'll do new copies for you. I apologize. Do you guys have any questions about what we're doing now?
No, it's pretty self-explanatory. You provide a great service here in Marion County. We've talked before about the things you do, and I do appreciate what you do for the families and the children of Marion County. And I was going to ask you, because we don't have in our file, which we request a lot of information prior to making a request for funding,
Yes, sir.
financial information, audits, and that sort of thing. We don't have that. So if you have that, even if you sneezed on it, maybe you can get a copy to
I
Chris,
promise
so you
I'll
put it
get it
on
to you
file.
today.
We've got those requirements we have
too.
before you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Appreciate everything you do.
Appreciate it.
Is there anybody else that would like to make a request? Okay, that concludes this. Chris, I think that we've, I don't think there's anything else that we need to do for this meeting. When's the next scheduled meeting now? It'll be the 27th, okay. Well, with that said, we want to thank everybody for coming out and making requests. You all provide vital services for Marion County that we do appreciate. We'll see where we're at with our funding. We're very strong financially and administratively. I'm proud to say that again this year, and we have been for quite some time. We take our job up here very seriously. So with that, we'll stand in recess till the 7th at 10 o'clock. Calendars coming up. Thank you for all attending.
Fine, you?
Thank you, Greg. Thank you very, very much.
I said, text, yeah, I said, two texts, just a picture, I'll work.
Okay, I understand. That's where you draw the line.
That's where I draw the line.
There's no words.
Are you Chris?
Yes.
Brian Farkas.
We'll be with you here. Please,
Yeah, well, so that's usually what we're doing.
Get out of the house.
No, this was